What's up, everybody? This is Zack, aka Zacky. All my other nicknames. Just want to call and say hello. This is Coffee with Zack in English. Let's drink some coffee. Big shout out to POTUS, President Biden over here. Hope he enjoys his weekend. Please do not make fun of him when he's at the beach. He deserves it a lot. He's the one who's working at like 5 to 6 in the morning all week long, taking care of very valuable work, very important work, while a lot of us get to work much later. So big shout out to Biden. Hope he's doing okay, and hope he has a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Labor Day weekend. What do we used to call this? We used to party it up. Labor Day weekend. In the lingo at Vegas, Labor Day weekend was a good old LDW 2024. So everyone who's in Vegas right now this weekend, I'm sure you're having a lot of fun. So enjoy yourselves. But as far as the president's going to have to get some ample rest. And once he is done, he'll have to get back after Labor Day weekend and continue the month of September, the dreaded month of September, where there's so much work to do. It can't even be described as to how much work is involved with the month of September. Anyway, you can see a bunch of updates on the website, Zack.coffee. There was updates every day this weekdays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. As you can see, you must by now understand the new format. Monday is my super day where I do the most amount of content curation as I enjoy. Tuesdays is my second half, just like the expression I used to have, when I give that toast at my brother's wedding about a man can only be as great as he is, but he's nothing without his better half. Well, Tuesdays are the better half, just like there's DNA, and then there's RNA, which is the second half of your DNA. So for Tuesdays, that's the day where I do all the updates from also specifically for Geeks, especially Slashdot and a bunch of other blogs just of that nature. Then on Wednesday I talk about rap music. Rap music also very important part of our culture. As you know, a lot of people enjoy rap music and enjoy it tremendously. It's very important to understand that it's a very important community that should be respected and can have a lot of influence in this country throughout all kinds of throughout all kinds of places throughout our great country, not just in Atlanta, and not just in ATL, but just around everywhere in the country, California, state of New York, and just about elsewhere in the country, even in the Midwest, where I grew up when I moved to the United States. Thursdays, obviously, for medical journals, very important medical journals. For those of you guys who work in the medical field, whether you're a doctor, a nurse, EMT, firefighter, or if you're even sometimes in law enforcement, if you just enjoy medical journals, that's going to be on Thursdays. And and then on Friday is TGIF. Friday we talk about dance music. We mention stuff like Beat Portal, the blog from Beatport. We talk about computer music, future music. We talk about Dancing Astronaut. We talk about Your EDM. We talk about EDM.com, EDM Sauce, all this and that. And we talk about dance music. That's what we do. So that's going to be a new format. And obviously, the reason why you want to ask, well, what about Saturday and Sunday? Well, on Saturday and Sunday, usually I would write the whole week off during the weekend and then prepare for during the weekdays, because that's what I would tend to do. But now, just because of Zack Technology LLC, I'm trying to show that there really is a lot of influence when it comes to that website, when it comes to the work that I put in. And the reason being is we've all seen what happened when I don't provide an update or a mise à jour for a while. When I don't provide an update or a mise à jour for a while, suddenly everyone starts shaking, everyone starts sweating, all this and that. So it just goes to show that, the updates are important. The updates mean a lot. And I need you guys to understand, eventually, I'm going to have to find whoever to send an invoice in order to receive some funding. That's really important. It's very important. If everybody in the Bay Area gets to just, we're at TechCrunch, we're going to raise this much, we're going to raise this much. Well, what differentiates you guys from me? Are not all men and women created the same? Are we not all equal in the eyes of the law? How is it that you guys are making all this moolah in the Bay Area, and meanwhile, I'm the one providing all these important updates, and I can't seem to get any sort of funding. It's against the law. It's against the law. I complained. I sent a letter, alerted the authorities. I said, look, people asking me for updates, mise à jour, and then they don't want to pay for it. It's against the law. They're basically taking advantage of me. It's called a ghost job. It's against the law in the tech community. In the big tech, it's very prominent where people ask you to apply for these jobs, and then the jobs are ghosts. They don't exist. They ask you to interview, and then there's no job. They ask you to sign some papers, some DocuSign, and then there's no jobs. And they've done this repeatedly. The stock crashes. They ask you to sign some documents. The stock goes back up, and then they just ghost you for another 3 months. Then they call you again, sign some documents, and then the stock goes back up, and then it crashes, and then they got your stock. And Intel Corp did that to me for a period of about 3 years during that pandemic, and they did that 30 times. And I want the name of all those temp recruiters in India who did this, who asked me to sign this for the stock to go up and then go down. And all of them are going to prison. All of them are going to prison. There's no ifs and buts. I alerted Interpol. It has to happen. They were using my name to make the stock go up without giving me a job offer. It is against the law. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. Big shout out to Phantom Liberty. Phantom Liberty, yeah, we're going to live stream some more this weekend. I don't know if I get to live stream in all 3 languages. I think right now we're still live streaming a lot in French for my French viewers. As you know, I love my French audience because I am French. And I will go ahead and that's why I have my videos in French as well. So I'll get to do that as well. So we're going to go ahead and do some live streaming of that. I know a lot of you guys enjoy the Phantom Liberty in Japanese. So yeah, we'll get to do that as well. Don't worry, it's going to happen. Hope you guys enjoy my live streams of Metal Gear Solid 5 in Japanese. That's very fun. I love that stuff. Really enjoyable. A lot of you guys were gossiping about what it is that, who it is that I see. Please understand that I am married to my wife. Yes, it's a wife. And the reason why this ring is on this finger and not that finger is because quantum mechanics, I basically see the future way in advance than a lot of you guys. And I know that it is, in many cultures, it's more appropriate to have, for a man to have the ring into the left hand and women have the ring into the right hand. Well, the problem is the left hand is my dominant hand. And that's also the reason, because the left hand is my dominant hand, that my watch is on my right hand, because I'm left-handed. And because the ring's on this hand is because of the world of Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2. Because in the future, you need to understand that even in the past, the problem that what happened with COVID is actually very scary, is that a lot of people were spreading germs through their jewelry, and including wedding rings. They basically were spreading germs through their jewelry and their wedding rings. This is not a joke. When you go to the restroom and go number 1 or number 2, they were spreading germs through the wedding rings that would stay on the wedding ring. Even if they were washing their hands and all this and that, germs were staying on their wedding rings. So for example, if I'm left-handed, this is my dominant hand. This is the hand I use to shake it and wipe it. Do you get it? This is not just a joke now. This doctors around the planet have this discussion now about even advising the Surgeon General about wearing their wedding ring on their other hand and not on their dominant hand, not to spread germs. Because this is what happened in 2020. A lot of people were spreading COVID through their wedding rings. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's a medical journal, and we'll let one of our wonderful doctors around the country who's waiting to write a new journal. So if you're a doctor out there, you want to write a journal about this, go ahead, and we'll share it on Thursdays. Anyway, let's continue. There's a lot more we have to do. By all means, I still don't have any sponsors, but Essentia is a very cool water brand, and I love to be sponsored by Essentia because of my connection when I drink Essentia water, and then I wear my I wear my whatchamacall, my special bracelet from the hero.co, my bracelet from hero.co. I love that bracelet. It's actually very heavy. It's it pairs veterans who deal with trauma and PTSD with the service dog. So I love this thing. Unfortunately, it is a very heavy bracelet, and you can wear it for about 8 hours a day, and then it just gets it could just get really heavy. But be sure to check that out. Anyway, I got to watch Fast and Furious in French. I was really happy. Fast and Furious 1 through Fast and Furious 8. So I don't know how I'm going to watch Fast and Furious 9 and 10 in French. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it's available on iTunes. All I know is that it's hard to watch movies in different languages on iTunes now. They changed the whole menu in that language, so it's a little bit more complicated. But I'm very excited because while everyone is having fun in Fuel Fest in Japan, unfortunately I'm not going because I can't afford it. I didn't win the contest either, but I have Fast and Furious in Japanese, so I'll get to watch Fast and Furious in Japanese. So I love to be able to do that soon. It's going to be amazing. Watch it in Japanese. It's going to be amazing. I just can't wait to hear Paul Walker, Brian O'Connor in Japanese, and talk to those guys and say, just start talking Japanese. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. And big shout out to Interpol. Interpol caught the most dangerous sextortion guy in Australia. As you understand, you can see why I was so mad about Australia. I knew something was wrong about Australia. I knew someone in Australia was there's a very dangerous gangsters in Australia. Some of the worst gangsters on the planet. These Australian gangsters are very bad. Some of them are involved. They're part of the mafia with that guy who runs Fox News. They're trying to get them deported back to Australia. They're just that bad. And they caught Interpol caught one of the worst sextortion guy from Australia, and he's going to prison for 17 years or something. We're really excited. So good job at Interpol for catching that guy. Just amazing work. They had to catch the guy, and they finally found who he was. And I told you guys, it's a very big concern, especially for teenage boys. Teenage boys are very prone to this. It's very dangerous. A lot of them think that it's fun to send nudes to who they think are women and get naughty pictures. But unfortunately, some of them, they start exchanging photos with women that are not women. They're just people that are doing sextortion, and then they make them tell them to send money or whatever, which is very much against the law. And if anything happens to you like that, you have to immediately contact the FBI, or if it gets even more and more dangerous, you have to contact Interpol. If you're not familiar with Interpol, Interpol is a law and enforcement organization which oversees every police departments throughout not just the country, but just every country on the planet, including pretty much 196 countries around the planet. It's a very important organization, and the reason why this organization is so important is that they're working on really important stuff, such as they're really it's time. There's a lot. They're receiving petition. They're receiving petition throughout the planet. Every police departments around the planet are receiving petitions for what they want. They're ready to send a what they call an Interpol red notice on Netanyahu, BBD Netanyahu, the evil wizard, the one who's the butcher who's killing all these Palestinians, over 40,000 dead Palestinians, over 90,000 injured. Interpol is getting a lot of letters, faxes, and everything. People are asking them to formally charge Netanyahu with the red notice, where he will be placed in handcuffs and will be in police custody from Interpol, or shipped to the ICC, the International Criminal Court, where he will receive a life sentence for genocide. Or he will get the death sentence. But in any way, in any way, shape, or form, Netanyahu is fucked. He's really fucked, and we can only. There's no turning back. You can't turn back the clock. He did a genocide. There's 40,000 dead people in Palestine, so there's really no going around that. There's people protesting in the streets of every country around Earth, large protests in various countries around the planet, and there's really no other way to say it, but it is about to be the month of September. We're almost in the month of October. In the month of October will be a 1 year anniversary since the beginning of that war, that dreaded war between Gaza and Israel, which resulted in a genocide. It's very sad, very sad. So as you can see, we need to have a resolution. We need to have a truce. We need to have a ceasefire and a two-state solution. It's very important for that to take place. There was a very nice Israeli man guy who was in the Israeli government, but he was not extreme right. He was not like some kind of lunatic like Netanyahu. And I forgot what the guy looks like. They're changing his face a lot. Like we don't see where he is anymore. He was on photos and articles on BBC World News. He was on an article with Al Jazeera News, and he was physically, placing himself in Egypt and Jordan, asking for ceasefire talks. He was a nice guy. He was actually doing it. He was not like Netanyahu. He was not like the other asshole who's like, we should starve them to death, all this stuff. He wasn't anything like that. He was just some nice, picture Kyle from South Park, just some nice, typical Jew. He's probably not as amazing as Jon Stewart or Drake or any Louis Black, but he was just a cool dude. He was a cool dude. He'd say, look, this is really getting out of hand. We're not gonna we need to come to a sudden realization here. Everyone told Netanyahu to calm the fuck down, and he didn't. And now there's so much resentment against Jews throughout the planet because of that Netanyahu. Because that one guy, look how much kerfuffle happened everywhere. This is ridiculous. It's placing the life of Jews in America in dangerous hostility because of the Israeli government, which has nothing to do with Jews in America, like our Lord and Savior Jon Stewart. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. There's so much commotion. Everybody around the world, from any organization, whatever they represent, they ally themselves with, any of them combined, all of them combined against Netanyahu, IDF, and Mossad. You mean to tell me, like 8 billion people against this one guy, and they cannot go toe to toe with him? And then you wonder where people say, I think they control the world. Those guys, they control the world. Well, no wonder people start to think that. This is getting ridiculous. The whole goddamn planet against this one guy, and you can't even, nothing can seem to be done against Netanyahu. This is ridiculous. If you don't want all these conspiracies to start, rising up, and everyone starts to make dots, especially like, Mossad did 9/11 and Mossad did 9/11 again, you really need to start to, this is ridiculous. Netanyahu's got to go in handcuffs, just put another prime minister there, and then let's just be done with it. It's putting American safety at risk. National security is at risk because of Netanyahu. It's been in a report. A report has been written. Netanyahu is placing American lives at risk because of what he's doing. Confirmed. It's written. It is in a security briefing. Netanyahu is placing American lives at risk because of what he's doing. It is written. I can confirm this. Anyway, guys, back to any other topic. Let's go. I know you guys are waiting for me to get back on the Switch, so don't worry. I'll play a little bit more Switch. This just an amazing device, but as you know, I'm not a huge Nintendo guy, and I need Nintendo to really up their antics. I know they'll do that with a Switch 2, maybe Switch 3, but you need to put the buttons for we can live stream on YouTube, live stream on Twitch or whatever. I want that to be happening. It's really It's really important. Really important. Sorry guys, I just don't have an Xbox yet. I had the streaming Xbox, but it's kind of glitchy. It's there's a lot of lag. You have to turn off everything on the internet except for the Amazon Fire app and then the Xbox. So I'm going to try again. The cool thing though is you can use a PlayStation controller, which is amazing. So I'll see what I can do. But there was a glitch on Halo 1 level 9, and the elevator just broke down and crashed, which is supposed to just work, and it didn't work. So if anyone can fix that, it would be much appreciated. I'm going to give a big shout out to Tessa lovers. If you like Full Metal Panic. Full Metal Panic. I'm doing my best to get in touch with Japan, with Nippon, and I'm trying to get all the fans of Sagara Sosuke, Testa Testarossa, Kaname Chidori, and all the other guys, including Kurtz and Mao, and just about everybody else, to get Invisible Victory Part 2 on Blu-ray and on Crunchyroll. I'm trying to get that done. A lot of people want to get that. They want to see that on Crunchyroll. I know there's a game. I'm playing the game. Who Dares Wins. It is very hard. It is very hard. I'm towards the end, trying to defeat Sabina. Sabina is just too hard. I don't know what else to do, but I need some help. And this is so hard. Every time you get close to her, she just destroys you. There's only like 2 or 3 characters of us. It's like 3 of us, and then there's like 14 of them. This is just too hard. What else? Shout out to the Ghost Recon Breakpoint community. I haven't forgotten you guys. I've had a lot on my plate. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and I want to explain to you guys. There's just a lot of commotion because of we need the Trump TV show to be almost over, and there's a lot more work that needs to take place. A lot more work that needs to take place, and Biden is tired. He wants to just get to business, get to work, and it needs to happen. Kamala Harris is in full force for a presidential campaign. There's about September, October. So there's 2 months and a week. 2 months and a week. 2 months and a week until the presidency. Please vote. Don't forget to vote. Don't register the vote. Rock the vote. Dance the vote. Whatever. Don't boo vote. You have to vote. Please. People didn't vote when Hillary was running, and they thought, oh, it's okay. Someone else will vote. We don't worry about it. And then we got stuck with Trump for 4 years. And you weren't the one who had to stay up all night, write reports to make sure that we get back to some kind of normalcy and we get a new Democratic president again. You didn't have to do that. People like myself had to do that. And it was not fun. It was not fun at all. I have a backlog of video games I want to play, and I couldn't play them because I was up all night writing all these goddamn reports to make sure that America gets back to normal so that we don't go into, remember a little speech about parallel universes, which got a lot of you guys almost give a little heart attack? Yeah, it's not fun. Everyone thought, parallel universes, that's fun. That's kind of like, Spider-Man and, parallel universes where, Miles Morales, he's over here. He's waiting for Gwen. She's over here. Oh, she's on the other side of the wall. Oh, yeah, that's the fun. Parallel universes when we talk about Marvel. You want to hear the other side of parallel universes? Picture this. There's a pandemic. In one universe, everyone gets vaccinated, minimal casualties. In the other universe, nobody gets vaccinated. Everyone's destroyed. There's no more humanity. Remember that premise at the beginning of Death Stranding 1, Director's Cut? What does Sam Porter Bridges says? Forget it. America's finished. That's what can happen. If we don't get vaccinated, humanity, just like that. So yeah, I know when you go to the football games, Air Force, Marines, Navy, please remember to thank the Department of Defense, DOD, okay? Warp speed was the pinnacle of American ingenuity. If they did not come up with that vaccine, we wouldn't be here to be talking about it. We wouldn't be here to have this conversation. We would be living, you guys love movies, description. Oh, yeah, it's movies. Okay, picture Mad Max. Mad Max, that's what it would be like. Seriously. A big shout out to Zack Snyder. I know you got the new movie, Moon something. I think it's on Netflix. I think you got 2 movies. I'll check them out. Big shout out to Rebecca Ferguson, one of my favorite actresses. I'm really upset that you left Mission Impossible, but I understand you're in that Dune trilogy, so I will watch the first Dune movies, and I'll be sure to check them out. All right, I think that's enough, but as always, guys, you guys are fans of Cyberpunk 2077. I love Cyberpunk 2077, and you guys are always like, why is he stalling? Why does he keep stalling? Because, guys, I have other games that I have to play for specific reasons. It's all part of Zack Technology LLC. It's part of quantum mechanics. When I play these games, they mean something. When I play Naruto, I show you the history. It goes to show to you how Naruto was burdened with the Kurama, the Kyuubi, the Jinchuriki, and he had all these responsibilities, and he has to deal with that situation. I'm not gonna lift up my shirt so you can see the scar on my stomach. That I've got like I was in an accident. I had like over 30 staples or stitches over here. But just metaphors. It's like when I play Naruto, it goes to show you that there's a guy who is the Hokage. You have to save the village, and you have to go on missions, battle against pain, battle against the Otsuki. Right now, it's even more dangerous. So there's a lot of through games we're able to tell stories. Through these things, we're able to tell stories, and you need to understand, guys. While you used to all make fun of those guys, those geeks, those nerds who were playing video games when you were younger, please understand that these games means the world to them. The world to them. I put all my games over there right now. They tell wonderful stories, and even if you've never played a video game, go ahead and go on YouTube and watch one of those walkthrough where it tells the whole video game story. And tell me you're not impressed, or tell me you did not laugh, or tell me you did not cry. Every single one of us, when we were a kid, cried when we played Final Fantasy VII, and what happened to Ares. Spoilers. When we saw that on disc 1, 2, or 3, when we played Final Fantasy VII for the first time. Every one of us cried. Same thing will happen to you. Anyway, guys, now we have all kinds of more complicated games. We have Call of Duty Black Ops 6 that's coming up in soon, so it's going to be very exciting. And but I'm more excited for Death Stranding 2. I'm very excited for Death Stranding 2. Will be one of the first guys who will live stream it and beat it as soon as possible. And I need that watch. I need the Unicorn watch. It would be really fun for me to have it. And that's about it. I entered the Speed Society contest for the Hellcat. There's a new Hellcat. It's like a 900 horsepower Hellcat. Left to win it. I probably would not. I don't know if I will drive it because it would be too much power for me. But it's 900 horsepower and it comes with $20,000. So at the very least, if I sell it to another enthusiast who loves American muscle, I could use that prize money to buy myself a vehicle. Ohio State is playing this weekend, I believe. Ohio State football, so be sure to check that out. And whenever Ohio State basketball plays that well, be sure to check that out as well. The Ohio State University is the greatest football and college university in the nation. And this was described by the fact that there was a documentary on Netflix. Goes to show you how that team up north is no bueno, no good at all, very scary, very bad, and they cheat. They cheat a lot. So now we have confirmation. There's even a documentary on Netflix. Michigan cheats. Michigan cheats a lot. So where do you want to be at? Do you want to be at Michigan where there cheats? Or do you want to be at the Ohio State University where they actually work and get stuff done? Fun story. The football jerseys of the Air Force now are red and black, just like one of the Ohio State jerseys, first or second or third jerseys from the football team, Buckeyes. Pretty impressive, isn't it? Pretty impressive. All right, guys. It is almost noon on a Friday. You guys must be enjoying your lunch amongst your coworkers. I envy you. I just haven't had a chance to be at the water cooler and hang out with coworkers in a while because apparently I was underqualified. Now I'm overqualified, and it's still pissing me out because I'm just, like I said, I'm human amongst you guys. I just one of your peers. I just wanted to hang out, and it appears that nobody wanted to hang out. So now I created characters. So it's different. It's not multiple personality disorder. It's not. It's just I'm bored. So I have this personality here with this character. We have Naruto. We have Gohan, Great Saiyan Man. We have, V from Cyberpunk. We have all these guys. Just like an actor from Hollywood, I'm pretty much doing the same thing. Because of what? Bored out of my mind. Since when? Since 2019. Since 2019, I'm just bored out of my mind. So I just started working on some stuff. J-Lag Radio, Banker Radio, Lambda, Quantum Radio, GT Radio, and so on and so forth. I'm just working. Phantom Liberty. So be with me on this journey, and remember, those who are there throughout the journey are those who matter. Because if you're not throughout this journey and then you try to show up on the bandwagon when I'm, rich and famous and all this and that, that's not what you want to be. You want to be here during this journey while I gain more and more viewership. It's true that right now I only have 22 subs. I only have 22 subscribers. But someday I'll have 23 subscribers. Someday I will have 100 subscribers. Someday I will have 1,000 subscribers. Someday I will have 100,000 subscribers. Remember how fast I got to make all these videos. At first, I had just a couple of videos. I had trouble talking, but now I have almost 525 videos. That's a lot of videos on YouTube. And all I have to do is, this is a halfway point. We have to get to 1,000 videos. Yeah. Though a lot of people say you get to 1,000 videos on YouTube, and that's when you get some kind of a little bit of notoriety. So, look, I need you guys to understand. I'm doing my best. I might not be as aesthetically pleasing as iJustine, who can just put on some makeup and suddenly she has 30 Apple products. But at the very least, you need to see that I'm putting a lot of effort and energy. And if I am, you need to contact me and show me your products. Wouldn't it be nice if someone was nice enough? Right now I'm looking at the OnePlus Apex phone. I would love to own that. That's a great looking phone. I don't have an Android phone. I would love to have that OnePlus Apex edition phone, and I would make a review, and I would keep it, and I would have two phones. I would have one iOS and one Android. Remember, like right now, I'm in the market for a new phone eventually. So wouldn't it be nice if Tim Cook sent me a new iPhone, the iPhone 15 Pro or the iPhone 16? That would be a nice thing to do. Just like my heroes, MKBHDs, Dave 2D, all those guys get their products. They all started somewhere. Well, I'm starting there too. So go ahead. You have a product to sell. You want me to show your product? Send it to me. I'll talk about it. I'll do show and tell. Right now, I do all my work with a MacBook Pro and a Lenovo Legion. And you know how I always brag about I've only used 20% of my MacBook Pro, 20% of my MacBook Pro. Do you want to know how much of my Lenovo Legion I've used? I've used 10% of my Lenovo Legion. Lenovo Legion can do something spectacular. Spectacular. You don't know about that. You don't know about that. We're going to get to that. Be patient. When we run the server, when we have a Cyberpunk 2077 server, when we continue to write more Intel Quantum code. Lenovo Legion. Cue that music from Boys Noise. Lenovo Legion can do a lot. Tell also Lenovo Legion bring some more accessories. You see all these accessories that Razer has, all in green? Why can't Lenovo Legion do that? Why not? You get the budget. You're Lenovo. Go do it. Razer gets to do green this, green this, green this, green that, LED this and that. You're Lenovo Legion. Go ahead and get that done. I'm telling you right now, you see this video right now, Lenovo Legion, go ahead and set up a whole merch store. I want you guys to fill up the store with all kind of crazy merchandise to set up for us live streamers to build a Twitch room. Because that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm going to build my Twitch room. I want to have a Twitch room, all kinds of cool gadget for Lenovo Legion. Razer is able to get it done. Alienware is able to get this done. Lenovo Legion, it is your time. It is your time. Go ahead. Offer all the tools that we need to set up a nice live stream room. Make us a bundle. Make it a little bundaloo. Put the little bundaloo on your website. Even do it for Black Friday. That's coming up in November. And look how many people will buy it. A bun to press where you can get LED lights and the special ring for influencer and the special this and special that. Put all that into a nice bundle, and people will buy it just like that. And I will be one of the first to get on camera and say, "This is Zacky. I'm running Lenovo Legion. Let's get started." Yes. I told you guys, just like Apple and Windows will have to make peace. We're gonna get that done. I use the MacBook Pro a lot. I will use Lenovo Legion more. Like I said, I can't wait to have a Lenovo Legion desktop server. I cannot wait to have a Galaxy G9 ultra wide monitor, and I can't wait to have the Secret Lab standing table. So I can't wait to have all that, but it's gonna take some time, guys. We're gonna have to work at it. So yeah. Anyway, big shout out to all the fans, all the supporters. Really means a lot, and yeah, just thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it, and keep staying tuned. And I'll just try to do some more Dick Nation style episodes, or just talk about the whole week, or at least one of the days out loud. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Everything's on the website, zack.coffee, zck.cffe. There's a blog button, and then there's the current week. Click on the current week, and that shows you everything from this past week. July Radios continues about episode 2,285, more than any DJ. Please vote for me on DJMac Top 100. That's at djmac.com. Thanks. Later, guys.